80,000 करोड़ की 14 करोड़, 90,000 करोड़ की 14 करोड़, दिल्ली सरकार 1.25 लाख करोड़ रुपए का
Bihar couldn't have asked for more. Prime Minister Narendra Modi upped the ante in the poll-bound state, announcing a staggering 1.25 lakh crore rupee package, which he claims will change the face of the state, and the politics of packages has already begun.
एक तरफ तो कहते हैं हम बीमारू नहीं हैं, दूसरी तरफ कहते हैं हमें ये दो, हमें वो दो, हमें ये चाहिए।
अब तक जो विशेष राज्य का दर्जा प्राप्त है जिन राज्यों को, वो बीमारू थे क्या? आप अगर ये मानते हैं कि बीमारू होने पर ही विशेष राज्य का दर्जा दिया जाएगा तो बताइए, अब तक जितने राज्यों को विशेष राज्य का दर्जा हुआ वो क्या बीमारू राज्य के श्रेणी में आए थे?
Not to be left behind, the Congress says Modi is all talk and no action.
एक तरफ कहते हैं आर्मी वालों से कहते हैं भैया पैसा नहीं है, दूसरी तरफ बिहार में लाख करोड़ रुपए दे रहे हैं, 1.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए। इधर आर्मी भूख हड़ताल पे, इधर 15 लाख का कोई दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, उधर एक नया वायदा। आपने पुकारा, हम चले आए।
Modi knows that Bihar is going to be a make or break for BJP, and with Nitish Kumar roping in Lalu Prasad Yadav and the Congress, he knows it's an uphill task. But considering the fast-changing political scenario in Bihar, the jury is still out on whether the bumper package will help Team Modi to sail through. Priya Singh, ET Now, New Delhi.
Let's get you some perspective on that big story. Swaminathan Iyer, consulting editor, ET Now, joins us with his take. Swami, always a pleasure having you on the show. Modi's announced what, 1.25 lakh crore package for Bihar. What's your take on this amount? Is it just a gimmick ahead of the state elections? After all, 1.25 lakh crore rupees is a fair amount of money.
Wherever there is an election, both the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister typically go out and say, here is this package. And the so-called package is actually repackaging schemes that are already in the pipeline. There is not one single new scheme, nor would it make any sense to announce a new scheme, because the impact of that new scheme would come several years down the line and it would not affect the election right now. So a breakup has been given of Modi's particular thing. It's 1.25 lakh crores, and there's something on railways, something on just the roads and bridges, all of which are already in the pipeline. Those itself are about 55,000 crores. And those were going to be built anyway. It is not some special gift of Modi to Bihar. And I think everybody, both among the audience and the politicians, understands that this is what is done. All the existing projects are repackaged. Modi has said over and above 1,25,000, another 40,000 crores of other projects. I took a look at that. This includes unspent money from the 2013 project. So unspent money from an earlier package is part of the new package. It includes 20,000 crores for this dubious PPP project in Banka, which has run into such trouble that there's grave doubts as to whether it's going to come about at all. So this is election bazi, this is election spin, this is election packaging.
And with any election, I suppose, also comes a slugfest, and this one's, of course, clearly between, Modi and Nitish Swami. Modi says Bihar is very much remains part of Bimaru, while you've got Nitish saying that Bihar is ahead of even Gujarat when it comes to inclusive growth. What's the real picture, according to you?
Look, anybody can cherry pick figures here and there, right? So if you just look at some figures of, shall we say, what is the improvement in female literacy rate in Bihar? From a very bad figure, they had a 20% improvement in 10 years, which is fantastic. But at the end of it, it is still the most illiterate in the country. So, on one thing of improvement, you can say Bihar has done very well. On the other hand, in terms of what is the total level of literacy, it is still pathetic. Now, Bihar, on the other hand, was higher level but not growing very fast in various ways. So you can argue that Gujarat is definitely growing below its potential. And there was that Raghuram Rajan committee report which showed Gujarat as, only middling. It's not among the top states when it comes to social development. So I think that's clear. We have independent evidence of that Gujarat is not the very best when it comes to social indicators. But to say that Bihar is better overall, excuse me, if it was overall, you would get Gujaratis migrating to Bihar. Actually, you get Biharis migrating to Gujarat.
Right, let's get down to the bottom of this, Swami. Do you think this announcement of this special package, is it going to boost BJP's political fortune in Bihar? What's your sense?
It will make absolutely no difference. Everybody understands that these figures don't matter. Not only that, he has gone and, I think in one, he has laid 11 foundation stones. Everybody knows that foundation stones don't translate into any immediate jobs. So these are gestures. These are occasions for ministers to speech, to try and enthuse the audience with their message. At the end of it all, what matters is what is happening on the ground. Out there, I would have thought that, Modi might have done well to say that 10 years of this Nitish government, most of it was in coalition with the BJP. I think if he had specified which were the things mainly influenced by the Bihar BJP ministers as distinct from Nitish, it might have been a different kind of approach. Because everybody knows that if at all the BJP comes to power in the state, it will not be Narendra Modi, it will be Sushil Modi, the local BJP guy. So I think a more emphasis on what was done by the BJP locally rather than the centre promising all kinds of things. That would have been, I think, a better approach.
Right. Swami, one last comment then. On the face of it, the Lalu-Nitish Congress partnership looks pretty formidable. Do you believe that, Modi will be able to top that?
I think Narendra Modi as of now is the underdog. I did an exercise myself comparing what was the vote of the NDA in the general election compared with the other state elections in 2014 and 15. In every case, without exception, the BJP share was higher in the parliamentary election and less in the state election. Now, in the parliamentary election in Bihar, the NDA got a little over 38% of the vote. That was a multi-cornered contest. Now you can say that it's closer to a straight contest. Maybe some of the votes that went to other people will come to the BJP. But can it go up from 38% to 51%? Very, very tough job. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it is impossible. But I would say at this point of time, I would say definitely the other combine has a somewhat better chance. And I would therefore say the BJP is the underdog.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.